Hey everybody, Tanner Duckworth here once again. I got some requests to do an actual rundown and demonstration of my pedal board. I kind of talked about my pedal board and showed you what pedals that I had, but I got some requests to actually demonstrate what each pedal does and what sounds I can get out of it. So I figured I would do that today. Just before I start, I'd like to say that I'm playing through my Maton TE1 guitar. This is actually not my main guitar, it's my number 2 that I use for low tunings, but I have it in standard today for the purpose of the demonstrations. And through my AER Compact 60 amplifier as always. First, on the far right is the chromatic tuner, and as you can see, if it's in tune, the light in the middle indicates green, that means it's in tune. But let me knock it out of tune. It's red, so that means I'm out. So I need to bring it up, and it's in tune. So that's the tuner. And as you can see, it mutes my signal. And when I turn it off, my signal's ready to go. So the next pedal in line is the TC Electronics Flashback Mini Delay, and I have it set on more of a Chet Atkins slapback. Turn that on, and this is what the delay itself sounds like. Just a really quick little slapback for songs like this. Just a really quick little slap back, and just to give it that sort of old Chet sound. Next is the MXR Carbon Copy Bright with the modulation switch in. Here's without the pedal first. Okay, and here's with the pedal engaged. So you can hear it's not a very pronounced effect, it's more of a subtle effect, but you can kind of hear that chorusing, like I said, is indicated by the modulation button on the top. And here's the delay just by itself. You can hear it kind of adds about 3 or 4 repeats, and if I hit some notes, you can kind of hear that chorus on the delays itself. It's a very pretty song, pretty sound for songs that are slow or need some atmosphere around it. So the next pedal in line is the MXR EVH Phase 90, and the script button is pressed inwards right now, and so it gives it that old wailing sort of a sound. You can kind of hear the swirling sound that I was mentioning in the previous video. And if you take the script button and you have it pressed outward, it's a lot more pronounced. So you can hear that it's a lot more pronounced, but it's not super dramatic at the same time. And the phaser is really cool because you can take this one knob, which is for the speed of how fast the thing swirls. You can turn it up and get some really weird effects like this. So you can hear, you can get really wacky with it. But I usually like to keep the knob around here, just to give that subtle swooshing effect. If you listen to my version of Going Home on my YouTube channel, you will hear the MXR EVH Phase 90 in action. So next pedal in line is the MXR Analog Chorus. Here's without the pedal. And here's with the pedal. So you can hear it's not a very drastic effect. It's kind of subtle, and it's not really very audible in the audio, but it just adds a nice shimmer to the sound in case you want to pop it on. Next pedal in line is the TC Electronics Hall of Fame Mini Reverb, and I have this on all the time. It kind of adds some atmosphere and life to my sound. So let me just give a demonstration what it sounds like without the reverb. Here's no reverb at all. You hear how it kind of falls off the edge of the amplifier. It's kind of lifeless that way. Now here's with the reverb on. You hear how it gives it kind of a little bit of an atmosphere around it and really livens it up. And I don't use a lot of reverb, just enough to pick it up off the floor. Next is the Strymon Blue Sky, and inserted by the favorite switch is a preset for shimmer, which sounds like this. If I turn the pedal on, this is without the pedal. Now here's with the pedal. So as you can hear, it kind of adds like a sound of strings behind you, like a symphony. The first time I ever really heard this pedal be used, Doyle Dykes at the Chet Atkins Appreciation Society used it on stage. He played the Lord's Prayer. You can find that video on my YouTube page as well. And let me tell you, I was blown away. I said, oh my goodness, I've got to get that pedal. And I am so happy I came across it. It is a tremendous thing whenever you want to have a symphony sort of a sound behind your playing. And if you disengage the favorite switch, whatever the knobs are set on, that will be activated. So it's like having two pedals in one. I kind of have it set for a modulated sort of a reverb, and Doyle Dykes also used this to give it kind of a back in time sort of effect when he's playing a medley of songs that we all know. So that sounds like this. So you can hear that is a very big reverb. I mean, it is huge. And you can use that to just get really dramatic in your performance. Now the reason I use these pedals is because it gets kind of boring hearing just an acoustic guitar and just with nothing else, nothing added. And it's really nice to have a gamut of sounds available to you. That way you can spice things up and to just do things that people wouldn't expect to hear and things that are out of the ordinary as far as acoustic guitar goes. And I'm very thankful that the Lord has really blessed me with good equipment. He always has, and I thank Him for that. So that's a run out of my pedal board and a demonstration of it, and I thank you guys for watching my videos, and keep picking. God bless you.